actually have people in one of my epic walkthroughs today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi. I'll pull your names from the sign-in, so please don't forget to sign into the tutoring log. That way I can put your names in the description box below the video as a thank you for coming in and spending some extra time with us going through this walkthrough. So we're looking at assignment 7-1. So if you have that, please make sure you pull that out so that way we can do this work together. And after polling all of my classes, the first one that y'all wanted to see was this one, number 7. Number 7 reads, as I try to glue here. Okay, it says, got to zoom it in. Can we see it? Is that big enough? All right. It says 7 over 10 equals 21 over x. Now what we have set up here is a proportion. And hopefully you guys have your notes, so pull out your notes. And let's go back to section 7-1 in our notes. And let's try to find something, anything that looks like this. And I'm going to cover up the display here a little bit with my notes. All right, I'm looking here. And it looks like the first thing I run across is right here. This is really kind of the first time that I see something that looks like this, that's all by itself. It's not really attached to anything. And so this is a proportion. So I'm going to read the definition of proportion just to remind myself of what it is. It's an equation that states two roots are equal to each other. We have the ones across from each other being extremes, and the other ones across from each other being means. That really doesn't tell me what to do with it, it just tells me what it is. So if I look at my next entry, I have the cross product, which is the product of the extreme and a product of the means. Again, doesn't tell me what to do, just explains what stuff is. So if I look at the next entry, I see the cross product property, which says that in a proportion, the cross products are equal. This is the first time that allows me to do something. This is just the fancy name for cross multiplication. So I can use cross multiplication to set this up an equation that's easier and doesn't have any of those fractions that are freaking everyone out. Okay? Cross product property says the cross products are equal. The cross products are the products of the extreme and the means. So I'm going to figure out what the extremes are. I'm going to figure out what the means are. And then I'm going to multiply them and set them equal to each other. So back into the worksheet on number 7. These are the extremes. 7, whoops. That's what the morning looks like when I forget to put my glasses on. Lots of thinking, my poor camera. There we go. My daughter found my glasses and put them on my face. All right, so here are the extremes. So the extremes are 7 and x. And the means are these right here that I've boxed in red. And so the means are 10 and 21. The cross product property says that I can multiply them together and set them equal to each other. So my new equation will look like this. On the left side, I don't need those parentheses because one's a number, one's a variable, so I can rewrite it as just 7x. And the right-hand side, I'm going to need help from my very favorite pocket calculator. My very favorite pocket calculator tells me that 10 times 21 is 210. If you've got a pocket calculator or a regular calculator with you, feel free to double check that. Now my equation looks something like this. What do I need to do here? Gotta get rid. Yeah, divide by 7. I gotta get rid of that 7, so divide both sides by 7. That leaves me with 30, I think, says the pocket calculator. And I am done. Hi, welcome. Please sign into the tutoring log. We're doing the walkthrough for 7-1. Give me this pen. All right, questions on how we did this one? Nope, feels pretty good. All right. Question number 8, which is the next one that I was asked to help you set up, is done the exact same way. Because it's set up the exact same, looking in the exact same format, it is also a proportion. The only difference now is that this x has a coefficient. So again, we're going to identify the extremes and the means. Here are the extremes. So 20 times 6. Here are the means. 5 times 4x. Go ahead and do that multiplication and solve the equation that you're going to get. Feeling comfortable from here? Yeah, I got some nods. Yeah, more nods. We just did number 8 on 7-1. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next one we were asked to do. Since you've already got the setup on this, I don't want to do the work for you, because then I'm doing the homework, not you. You're all the ones who need the practice. Okay, look at number 9. Looks exactly like number 8, doesn't it? It's a proportion. So the setup is exactly the same. I'm using the cross product property, and what am I multiplying together? Look back at cross product property. And the cross product, what am I multiplying together? Yeah, the extremes, which are these. So multiply the extremes. I'm just writing down what it is you need to do. You go ahead and write down doing it. Multiply the extremes. And then set that equal to what do I set it equal to? The means, multiplying the means. Oops, I ran off the page there. It says multiply means. Zoom it out just about that. Okay. Definitely use your favorite pocket calculator for some of those numbers, because I have no idea what 4 times 35 is. I think it's 70 twice, maybe? 140? I think so too, because I know that 35 times 2 is 70. And I'll end up with 2 of those. So I think it's 140. Yeah. But yeah? Okay. All right. Feeling pretty comfortable on that one? All right. I feel comfortable. You feeling comfortable? I know that you can do that one. Let's look at 10. Is 10 the same or different from the ones we've done? It looks the same. It's a proportion, yeah? The only difference is now we have 2 terms up here at the numerator instead of just 1. But the process remains the same. We're going to identify the extremes and multiply those. Oh, come back here, pen. I got my colors back, so I'm going to color code. Here I am multiplying my extremes. And here are my means. So we're going to multiply those. Okay, and again, we're going to multiply everything together. But now here the multiplication is slightly different. This is a distribution thing. 2 times x. And then 2 times 1, exactly as you had said. Okay, from here, can you get the rest of the equation? Are you going to get rid of the addition first or the multiplication first? Addition. The addition. Always get rid of addition, subtraction. Is blurry? That's about the best I've got. Yeah, the afternoon projection is challenging because we get a lot of light through these windows. But then first period, it's completely blacked out in here. We can't see what we're writing, so. Yeah, we do our best. All right, let's look at number 11. Any difference between 10 and 11?
Just flip-flop.
Yeah, it's just flip-flopped. Instead of that, the binomial, which is something that has two terms, instead of the binomial being one of the extremes, the binomial is now one of the means. But the process is exactly the same. Identify your extremes, multiply them, identify your means, and multiply them. The distribution is also done the same way. Feeling comfortable? Yep. Fred, we're good? Feeling good? All right. Let's go to the word problems. The next, I've got only 2 left on the epic walkthrough. This epic walkthrough is going really epically fast, actually. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit, I think. But follow along on your worksheet. Because it's really long. The ratio of the measures of the side of a triangle is 5, 6, 9. And its perimeter is 220 meters. So I'm going to just take notes here and write my ratio 5 to 6 to 9 and my perimeter 220. And they want to know the measure of the sides of the triangle. Again, let's go back to our notes and let's try to find something that has this ratio looking thing with 3 ratios. Okay? So I'm going to cover this workspace for just a moment so that I can display the notes and we can kind of read through them together. So here's how our notes start. Starts with a ratio, but there's only 2 of them, not 3. This is an example with 2 of them, so that's not going to help. Going to flip the page. I start off with something called an extended ratio. Oh, look, and this example is like identical. So this example can help me figure out what to do. And this example even has that 3 number ratio thing. So this must be an extended ratio. It looks like we're able to rewrite this extended ratio with a variable, the same variable on each one of those sides. Then use that to add them all together because a perimeter is just adding up all the sides. If I set that equal to the perimeter I was given, I can then solve for that variable that I added in there, that I kind of tucked in. Whoops, I zoomed you the wrong way. Sorry. All right, so let's start off with this ratio. We're going to tuck in that variable, so then it becomes 5x to 6x to 9x. Because it's perimeter, we're going to add them together, and I already started doing that for you because I was slightly distracted. My apologies. Since it's perimeter, this expression is equal to the perimeter I was given in the problem, which is 220. Standard algebraic equation that we can now solve. Do you need to see another example on how to solve one like this? I got a no, got a no, got some more no's. You don't need to see it? Do you need to see the solving of this one? Nope. Yeah, that's it. Once you solve this, okay, you're right. It's not it. So you're going to do some work, and you're going to solve it down for x, and you're going to get x being some number. Okay. We divide it or we multiply? We're going to multiply, because what we're really being asked are the sides of the triangles. We want to know what 5 times whatever this number was, and what 6 times whatever that number was, and what 9 times whatever that number was.
So once you find out what x is, you just multiply it?
You just multiply it by these, and it should spit out the measures of each of the sides. If you're not sure, you can take all of these numbers and add them back together, and you should get 120. Yeah, my daughter was just saying that my hashtag here looks weird. Yes, because I started to write X and I realized I didn't want to write X. I wanted to use hashtag for number. So I changed my mind halfway through.
Can I fix
Mrs.
that?
No, it's fine.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Feeling okay? Yes? I got a maybe. Tell me more about the maybe. What else do you want to see on this one? Or do you just want to see it again with different numbers? All right, good thing for you that number 14 was also highlighted and flagged as please we want to see this. And number 14 is exactly the same setup. The ratio of the measures of the sides of a triangle are 4, 6, and 8. Its perimeter is, and I know it's off the screen, so please look on your worksheet.
Is 126 feet.
Thank you. So we're going to start the same way we did the other one and write out our extended ratio, which was 4 to 6 to 8. And we're going to write out our perimeter just so that we can see what we're doing, which according to the word problem was 126. Starting with the ratio, we're going to tuck in that variable, that little placeholder.
And then you do the same thing, but only with the same thing with the other numbers and the X, but only with 4, 6, and 8.
Right. What's the operation we're going to use between the two of them?
You're going to add them?
We're going to add them because these represent side links and because they need to add to give me the perimeter, and the perimeter we were told was 126. Okay? Huh? How do you find X? Okay, so walk through the algebra. That's what you're looking for? Or why did we use X? Okay, walk through the algebra. So I'm going to walk through the algebra really quickly. I see a bunch of X's over here, so I'm going to add up all my ex-boyfriends. I had 4 this month. It was a really bad month. Worst month, I had 6 more. So 4 X's plus 6 X's is 10 X's plus the other 8 over here.
18?
Yep. Is going to be that 18 that you had said originally. So now I have 18 X's over here and they equal 126. Yep. And to get rid of that 18, we're going to divide.
So wait, we're going to try to get rid of that?
That's what you're looking to see. Okay.
Random number.
Yeah. Any of the problems that read like this is what you're doing.
And then when you get X, you're done.
Nope, because the question was, what are the measures of the sides of the triangle?
So that's the random number we're looking for?
So once we have our random number, we're going to go back into here and plug in that random number to each one of those. So 4 times that random number is something, 6 times that random number is something else, and 8 times that random number is something else. And these are all the measures of the sides of my triangle. Yeah, I don't know what the random number is because I can't do 126 divided by 18 in my head. It's 7. Okay, I'll believe you. It's 7. So 4 times 7 is?
28.
Okay, and then 4 times 6.
42.
Ooh, look at him, super fast. 8 times 7.
56.
Yeah, bam.
Wait,
All right.
is this 26?
It's supposed to be a 5. Look, I have bad handwriting, okay? Stop pointing it out.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just confused.
It's okay. All right, since you have me here looking at number 7, worksheet 7-1, are there any other questions that you want to see in this walkthrough before I close it? And I asked that as I realized I don't have a copy of it. Do me a favor. Top of the filing cabinet. The very top of the gray filing cabinet. There should be. So I think it's the very top sheet. Thank you, my lovely child.
Wait, which one? The very top?
The very top sheet should be 7-1. Yes. All right. Any others on 7-1?
11.
Number 11. All right. Let's take a look at number 11. All right. Number 11 was one of the ones that we had flagged earlier, so I'm going to go back to it. Here it is.
This one?
Mm-hmm. So remember that we're multiplying the extremes together. So my setup is going to be this extreme times this extreme.
So 15 times 5?
whatever that number is. And then I have to multiply the means together. So this mean and this mean. Whoops. What the? I don't. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. And now it's an equation that you should be able to do your multiplications and your distributions and things. All right.
Mommy, is there any other way I can help?
You have been a huge help. Thank you. All right. Do y'all need anything else? I got some no's on that side of the room. Here in the middle, got a bunch of no's. We're good. Over here, this side of the room, we're good. Thumbs up. All right. You know how you can help me out, child? Just give me the outro.
Bye.
Bye.